You have entered the Chronic's rabbit hole. And Michael C., thank you so much for your Patreon membership request and for bringing back down the album Terminal Redux from... Fuck, I forgot their name, Vektor. All right, 3, 2, 1. You have entered the Chronic's rabbit hole. And Michael C., thank you so much for your Patreon membership request and for bringing back down the band Vektor with the album Terminal Redux. We're finally at the very end of this amazing album. And the song today is highly requested, highly anticipated, Recharging the Void.
Thank you so much for bringing this down the rabbit hole. I can't wait to get into it. I love Vektor, and this is going to be absolutely phenomenal.
Michael C., thank you so much for giving us amazing write-ups for every single song that we've been getting into with this album. It's been one of our favorite stories so far with any album, so we're very excited to check out the #1 song from this album that everyone's been excited for, so let's see why. Okay, unfortunately and weirdly, I cannot find a lyric video of only this song. Our friend Dirt Purpula hasn't gotten through the whole album, it seems. Fair enough. The only thing I could find is a compilation video of 3 Vektor songs with lyrics. And this is why we're using this one, so we're sticking in the middle here. At this point, I think it's worth presenting the band members. So we have David DeSanto on vocals, guitars, and the songwriter. We have Eric Nelson as the other guitarist, Blake Anderson on the drums, and Frank Chin as the bassist.
Cool.
So you were originally going to request only this song after the album's opening, Charging the Void. Now, though, I am very glad we did the whole album. Having heard it all will lend a lot more weight in making this terrific song. We're very happy to go through the whole thing, too.
So excited.
The last line of Collapse was, to struggle to gleam, to want to bleed, to live we must die, we live to die. Okay.
Yes.
Our anti-hero has come to the realization that his idea of balance is not actually balanced. Life is balanced by death. Mm-hmm. His idea of law is a construct, and only true law is that of the universe. He plans how to end it. He will crash the Cygnus terminal, the space station mothership that has born his people to consider the galaxy, into Ashline itself.
Wow.
Alshane. Only the time and gravity distorting depths of massive star could destroy the innocules and bring death to them at last. Fittingly, he returns to the same star from which his journey started.
Absolutely.
In addition to my own understanding of the lyrics, parts of my reference material for this album has been more detailed analysis of the symbolism which is on the blog. Heavy blog is heavy. Some of their concluding remarks are here. Cygnus sacrifice was not in vain. Like a fallen empire in space opera, this one shall be a monument to hubris, the danger of extreme ideology, and the disaster which befalls those who reach too far.
Absolutely.
In a way, our protagonist's wishes have been met. Finally, in the fallen Cygnus, he has found the ruler of which he dreamed. He has found a system of law that is eternal and yet not flawed like immortal man. Its principles are humility and a fierce reminder that all that is mortal, regardless how long it lasts, is doomed to fall.
Yes.
Wow. And to finish this off, thus the album closes with the protagonist finally rid of his madness through death, reunited not only with his ideals, but also with Alshane itself, perhaps the only force still capable of ending him. Is this a good ending or a bad one? Is this story a tragedy, a farce, a comedy, or a mortal tale? The concluding line is, Relic Alshane, O Shahin I Terazu, I return my flesh to you. Shahin I Terazu is an Arabic phrase that means the balance. It is where the name Alshane came from.
This is going to be insane. I am so happy we've gone through the entire album. Thank you so much for this write-up. It really gives us so much context into what we're getting into. So I'm really excited. And to answer your question, is this a tragedy, a farce, a comedy, or a mortal tale? I think it's a little bit of a tragedy, a little bit of a comedy, and a little bit of a mortal tale.
No farce in there?
No farce. No. It's not. No.
It's not. No.
Michael C., Vektor has become one of my absolute favorite bands, especially with this operatic tale that they've been telling us all the way through.
Favorite hidden gem on the channel.
Yeah, absolute favorite hidden gem on the channel. This is insane. Recharging the Void. I can't wait to get into this and kind of see the ending and what's kind of happening. So this is going to be just
An epic.
An epic, an absolute epic. Thank you for introducing us to the band members as well. We've gone this far.
It was perfect timing.
It was the perfect timing. So thank you so much for that. If you guys have not already, and I've been saying this for a while, head over to Vektor's channel. Give them some love. Like their videos. They need all the support from especially all of you who are here watching us through this journey. This has been phenomenal.
You let us know at the very end if you thought this was a comedy or a tragedy. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. The 4-piece, eh?
Sounds massive. There it is! Okay, I get this, y'all, because charging the void, they go to Aslan to get the innocules, they become immortal, they have to go back to recharge the void, because do they need to be the thing to go back in it to make other people immortal? Because it's always something that's causing them to be immortal. It's not them being immortal themselves. That's the lie. That's the farce, in my opinion. And that's why I thought the question was perfect when you brought that up, because I think that is the farce, and they all think they can live eternally, but they can die. That doesn't mean you're immortal. Here Absolutely.
So good at transitions. Robert! this. Wow, this is gorgeous. Yes, thank you. Giving me a little moment here to breathe and just like fully appreciate what we're hearing here because like you said, Michael, you were convinced that we only needed to hear Charging the Void and Recharging the Void. But then once we heard Charging the Void, you could see how much it captured us, and really I can see why you only have to really listen to Charging the Void and Recharging the Void because of how it ends. It all comes back to the end. So like, oh, the filler is amazing to know, but you don't have to know it. So you can see why these type of videos are made where it's just Charging the Void and Recharging the Void. Don't know what Outer Isolation is, but I've been loving this one. That solo work was incredible. I love their transitions. They're just everything we love.
They are everything we love. This has been phenomenal. There is that one line that he said at the very beginning of all of this is like the dust came in, like cracked the ship, the dust started coming in, which was like the space dust and everything. But then he was unharmed. So I don't know why, but part of me feels like it's not gonna work. But that's just me being like,
It's not what's not gonna work.
Crashing the ship into Ash Lane.
Okay, you don't think that's gonna kill them all and all
I
that?
don't think it's gonna kill them all, and that's just something I've taken from that first lyric that's been said.
Okay.
So keep listening to the lyrics while they have this amazing guitar piece and everything, and that drummer is just insane going on, being like, okay, so what's the catch?
So you keep looking for the catch while I keep getting blistered by this guitar. Change up. Play this. There's still harmony in the back. You can see the stars. Yeah, it's coming back.
Illuminate what remains from a time when all sanctions were held, and our freedom sucked straight from our marrow to bleed after we fell. All we knew was the suffering.
Wow.
Away all of the shame and the sorrow.
What?
Only hoping for endless tomorrows.
This is fun to sing to.
Look to cold shimmering skies.
Yeah.
Feel the light passing by.
That's not just you.
There's no light that reflects from our bellows. Planets stricken to live in the shadows of cold shimmering skies. All we ask is our story be told.
this song shows everything of like. How they ended? Oh, yes. A lot of hope in the heart. Taking the guitar, right? So many memorable moments. Okay, I must just say something right before we end here. We have about 2 minutes left, and this is the end of the album. We've seen this image so many times. I've never really fully understood it until Recharging the Void, where you have the actual mothership going into the planet there. They're about to explode. This really is the whole album in one picture.
And death is watching as everything happens.
Right? So there's the balance, y'all, and I just wanted to shout that out because I'm sure many of you already made that assumption or conclusion, or if I'm wrong, whatever, but that's what I'm taking out of it, and it has added more to the experience. Goosebumps, y'all. That's how you want to end it. Oh. Well, we know this is moving to the next song.
It's already gone into the next song, so that was a gorgeous transition.
Perfect. We can see why that works.
Perfect.
Oh my gosh, y'all. I love this one so much. And I think life is so much about balance.
It really is.
But in my opinion, not everything is balance. And I think this is where this is such a philosophical talk. Like even yesterday, I always love showing this people. It's like everything has a shadow. It's like, well, flame doesn't. Fire doesn't have a shadow. Where's this contrast, right? So like not everything has to have a yin and yang. And that's
balance.
And they're all saying like you need the death to make sure life is worth meaning.
Absolutely.
I don't think that's true in my opinion. That's where I'm coming from on that side, but let's take it into the musical side because I think this song, I can see why everyone wants this one to be reacted to. Maybe even first, if you're gonna check out a Vektor song, I think this is the one to check out.
Absolutely, 100%.
It's an epic. It's like 13 minutes long. It didn't feel like 13 minutes one bit, but it transitioned so much, and then it brought different things that we've never heard from Vektor before. Like even they had like a female backup harmony in the back there too. They had such a moment of a ballad there where he came in clean for so long, and that was giving us both goosebumps. And like
it reminded me almost like a hymn or a chorus, like when like a worship song, when they're like everyone from this civilization that's never been able to die and have been living for eons, and they're finally gonna have that release, and they're like on the ship heading towards their death, worshiping and praising. That's what that ballad like clean moment brought me to. And so I think like with what you're saying with how this really is the one to react to show people for a first time is because I didn't even think the band was capable of doing a style like that.
Yeah.
But they have shown everything in this one song where it's ballad like, it's almost worship like in that sense, to be celebrating their death. It's philosophical. It had so many intricacies with how things even changed up before the transitions with those just crazy guitar riffs.
No kidding, right?
So it was phenomenal to hear.
And I think there's a little bit of everything in this because, Michael, you asked if it was a tragedy, if it's a farce, a comedy, or a mortal tale. Like you said, you thought it was 3 of those 4. I think it's all 4 above because in comedy, you survive. In tragedy, you die. In a farce, I already told you what I thought was the farce, and the mortal tale is this philosophical debate.
Everything, absolutely.
It really is, and at the very end of it, you're giving your flesh to something that will become something new, and you're kind of a part of it, so we're all in the same, I get all that, never-ending cycle and all that. So I think that's really cool, and I finally get what terminal redux means, and all these things that all came together. I'm so excited to finish another album. We don't take it lightly to have this privilege to check out these new bands and fully check out the album while dissecting at it and having the time to do it. So thank you so much, Michael C., for challenging us to go through this whole thing. I'm sure you've been satisfied in the Chronicans, and we can't wait to see what you bring new because it's going to be hard to top Vektor.
Absolutely. This has been phenomenal. I'm still really curious because it looks like there was another song right after this that it was transitioning to.
Yeah, let's do a completely different new song.
Yeah. But I'm just curious where that song is from and why it was added in this video of 3 when Recharging the Void is the technical end of the album. So let us kind of know what that is in the comments below, because Recharging the Void actually transitioned perfectly into this next song that we don't actually know anything about. I love this. I'm also still kind of, part of me is like, okay, like they crashed the ship, they died, but because of just how I am with my stories and my fantasy and my mortal tales, because the first line in the video that said, when the dust comes through, but I still remain. And then even in the like choir like moments at the end when they were saying that there was another line in there where they were saying like our bodies remain in this void of the sun. So part of me wonders if even after the crash and everything happens, if there is a little bit of the tragedy where it's like, hey, you took these inocules and now you're just going to live here forever in El Shane. watching the world go for
In darkness
eternity
now.
in this darkness that you can't escape as you're stuck within the light of a dying star. So that's kind of where my mind goes to with my, sci-fi love of Star Trek and
Yeah,
the mythical.
that's probably is what happened, right?
So I'm really curious to know if there is something more or if they actually did die, because I still feel like this song, even though I feel it still leaves it up for question a little bit with the lyric aspect of it.
And that's probably why, like you said, there was another song added to it, because it gives that tail end to be open to see how it goes. Because it just said, I gave myself to you.
To you.
Didn't say exactly how that went after you gave yourself to you, which was, I guess, El Shane, right?
The balance.
It's just, it was a great way to end it. And thank you all for spending the time with us and making it through as well. If you had a good time, hit that like button on your way out. But we are now exiting the rabbit hole, folks.
Thank you so much, Michael C. This was absolutely phenomenal. Peace and love, everyone.
God bless y'all.
Take care and bye for now.
You are now exiting Enter the Chronic's rabbit hole.
Thanks for your participation.
Make sure to follow, subscribe, and put on notifications. We will see you all next time. Stay tuned, tell your friends about us, and God bless.
Hey guys, thank you so much for making it this far in the video. If you like this channel, remember to subscribe right here. And if you want to subscribe to the artist that you just heard, remember, it is right here. And if you're excited to see another video that we think you might like, click here.
Thank you so much, Chronicans, for making it this far. We love you so much.